The PS Vita store lives! But for how long? That's why we're here. Yeah, straight and to the point. First time for everything, I guess. Greetings, fellow Vita fans. This is James with PS Vita at 2 a.m. coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. And make sure to leave your thoughts and opinions about this topic down in the comments section. And because we don't trust Sony, here are more PS Vita store recommendations to pick up, just in case they change their minds sooner rather than later. And knowing them, it'll probably be sooner. Here's the first one. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Tell me, what do you get when you mix gameplay style and the look of old school Legend of Zelda with a twin stick shooter and put lots of gory elements to it? Well, you've got the greatest game of all time. And also Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which is a randomly generated action RPG shooter with heavy roguelike elements. Truly a tantalizing word if there ever was one. Dude, stop sounding creepy. Following Isaac on his journey, players will find bizarre treasures that will change Isaac's form, giving him superhuman abilities and enabling him to fight off droves of mysterious creatures, discover secrets, and fight his way to safety. And honestly here, when you get right down to it, is there anything more adorable than having a pus-filled mutant-like baby shooting other pus-filled mutant-like baby things, but maybe they only have like decapitated heads? I don't really think so. You can't get much cuter than that. And with solid twin-stick controls, this is one you should definitely have on your radar if you're a PlayStation Vita fan, because it remains exclusive to the store to this day. Sadly. And when you get right down to it, I absolutely love mutant babies. I hope to have one myself someday. And you can infer from that what you will, but while you're doing that, this is the next game. Valkyrie Revolution. It's truly a revolution. You know, to this day, it still boggles my mind just how many people don't realize that this title is even on the PS Vita in the first place, let alone that this game even exists. Though there might be a reason for that, which I'll explain in a sec. And if you love the Valkyrie Chronicles games, then you'll feel right at home here because, well, Sega published this one too. Along with having some hands in development, I might add. In the wake of a revolution, Jutland's elite soldiers, the Vangrans, must band together to defeat the Empire and stop death itself, the Valkyrie. Yeah, is this story sounding just a tad bit familiar to Valkyrie Chronicle fans out there? With an engaging storyline full of political intrigue, because that's something I want to see more and more of in video games these days. Politics. No, not really. A battle system that mixes real-time combat and strategical strategy. I can't speak today. A gorgeous visual style and more. Valkyrie Revolution will immerse players into the front lines of a desperate war. Now here's what you need to know about the weapon system in this, because it's pretty sweet in its own right. Equipped with advanced mana weaponry and wielding powerful Ragnarok spells, this grisly anti-Valkyrie squad will charge head-on to combat the terrifying threat of the Valkyrie. However, the commanding officer of the Vanguard hides a terrible secret. Is he friend or foe to the country he has sworn to protect? And, well, you'll just have to find out that for yourself. Now, I personally really enjoyed everything about this game, but I was really sad to see, after doing research for this title, that a lot of others out there, namely big reviewers, didn't share my love, calling this game bland and mediocre, which I completely disagree with. But I thought I'd just mention it for people who prefer going by reviews. Valkyrie Revolution not violent enough for you? Well, it wasn't really violent to begin with, but still, it's not violent enough for you? Why don't you try out real boxing? Yeah, believe it or not, there is in fact a boxing game on the PS Vita. And as the name suggests, Real Boxing is a boxing simulator game where you'll create a boxer, pretty obvious, and take him on a journey from amateur to pro. I mean, you just can't get any more real than that, right? Name checks out. There are also a multitude of other modes and features including multiplayer, so you can touch gloves remotely with friends. There's also regular tournaments like on leaderboards and rankings and whatnot. For me personally, I don't really care about that, but for those who do, it's there. And since boxing games are pretty few and far between these days, it's really great to see that this game is still available on the PS Vita. I'm really shocked it hasn't been delisted at this point. Shh! Walls have ears, because I believe this game came out back in 2013 and it's a really solid fighting game, or a boxing game in this case. And from what I have heard other people say, and I can't confirm this for myself because I haven't played the other versions of this game, but the Vita version is kind of considered the definitive version of this title, or at least the best from what I hear. So again, yeah, I just thought I'd throw that out there. So if you want to get more violent and extreme with solid controls and a price tag that won't break the bank, you can pick this up on the PS Vita store right now. And although this is in fact a budget title, it's definitely a lot better than you'd expect. It's certainly a lot better than MMA, now that that's hard to do. staying on track here with hidden gems on the PS Vita. Well, I don't know if I would technically count this game as a hidden gem anymore. I think a lot more people know about it, but it's definitely a gem on the system. Sure, it's been demoted a little bit, but it's still awesome. A We Still Love You PS Vita game that I have yet to say the name of. This is Gigant. Oh, there we go. There's the name. And I'm sure just by looking at this, the visuals are the #1 thing that you're noticing right off the bat. And rightfully so too, because it's certainly the standout thing for this game. But that's not all it has. I mean, eye candy is great, but it also has this. Gigant's a unique dungeon crawler RPG which combines dungeon crawling adventure with Japanese visual novel story-like telling. Players will first be introduced to the gripping tale of Ichiwaho, who is a young fighter shrouded in mystery, because aren't they all? He probably has amnesia. I'm guessing he has amnesia. Yeah, he definitely has amnesia. And this is one of my favorite parts of the game. As the story progresses, the player will be introduced to new characters, which you later get to experience as the main character. So yeah, they do a bit of a protagonist shift with this title. I won't say anything more than that, just to avoid spoilers, but it's awesome. And great too at the same time. It's awesomely great. There are a total of 3 different tales told in the perspective of Ichiya, Kyle, and Nil. But there's way more to this game than Nil. Get it? And unlike ordinary turn-based RPGs, Gigant's unique style where you will be able to fight massive enemies from different distances and perspectives. Your party is comprised of 3 characters, each with their own unique abilities to engage in a 3-way battle. Also use the rhythm-based slash-beat system to unleash deadly attacks while feeling the fate of the heroes and heroines resonate through their bodies. Ooh, getting a little kinky there, aren't you, game? So a music rhythm game / turn-based RPG. This game just has everything in it. And yeah, the visuals kind of give me an Odin Sphere Dragon Crown kind of vibe, and I mean that in the most best possible way. Definitely recommending this one. Alright, and so concludes PS Vita store recommendations number 4, 5, or something like that. I don't know, I've lost count. But everyone, I would love to hear, what recommendations do you have for other people to pick up from the PS Vita store before it potentially goes into oblivion? Because Sony, we're watching you. Make sure to tell me down in the comments section. And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including David Ray, Wendy K, Himdall Imbert, Gutter Drums, Skullshrew Tugel TCG, Adam Thury, Per Sterner, Erock, JR, Kyle Brooks, Saul Ramirez, Phantom XRS, Rodrigo Vera, Aaron Swanson, Heston Joseph, Kevin Enright, Jared Haddo, Joshua Williams, Clayton Merlarkey, BMF, Larry Anderson, H-Hitter, Jale, Lori Sweeney, Richard Cruz, PS Vita S, Adam Sondi, Hero Acer, Matt Hargett, Mazgus, Tasha Monty, Eric DeWitt, Juan M. Hermosillo, Burzin Mystery, Kayonko, Hector Gonzalez, Dr. Super Artie, Romp King, Donut Valley, Nintendo Switch at 2 AM, Azumara, 1488 Dental, Sakib Alam, Smug Wolf, Jamie, Crazy Cat, Colossus, Ricardo Martinez, Michael O'Connor, Robert Sylvester, Ellen Iwazuk, Shin Snake, Joseph Razmick, Fragan, Zekrito, Robert Johnson, Lucian Ryu Cat, Milk Sama, Neo Arashi, Reiko Star, Matt Fox, B Mystery, and Makis Blah. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support in this manner? Don't worry about it. Likes and shares can help equally as much. Wow, you know something? We had 2 games here for contenders, and I didn't mention the word waifu even once in this video. Oh, wait a sec.